Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews. Okay, so I'm still waiting on my stepdaddy to call me to order this stuff for the church. He got to the end of Superman and Lois, and I'm taking this melatonin and going to bed. But because the episode is out and I did the ridiculous basketball wives, it will behoove me to do something that I want to do. So, Superman and Lois, season 1, episode 3. Let's get into it. I can't wait. Because Lois done quit a job, Jesus. And now she gonna work for Edna Mode Jr. at the Gazette. I can't wait. Let's go. So first I want to just say that the beginnings of these shows are ridiculously fantastic. So it starts off, the family is they trying to pick a wall paint color. They get into a paint fight. They all having fun. Then all of a sudden Clark, he is distressed from China because a bridge is collapsing. So he goes and saves the people in China. And then we come back and they're having a conversation about the super hearing and how that works. And they're asking all these questions of their dad and he's answering them. And the kids are like, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever heard? Does it involve nudity? Just normal kids. He was like, I will tell you when you're older. And then they go to the conversation of being inconspicuous. Don't stand out. Don't draw attention to yourselves. There's a reason for it. If people found out that he was actually Superman, then everything would change. So he said, I know it seems strict, and my dad was strict on me when I was your age, but he was just trying to protect me, and I'm trying to protect and her fireman husband, and they sitting in the car and they talk about some. They didn't want to sit. She didn't want to sit and wait in the lobby and withdraw questions. And they said the husband said, well, we've been doing this for a year now. If you don't want people to see us and ask questions, then maybe we shouldn't even be doing this. I thought they was going to marriage counseling, and she just didn't want people to know there was a rift in the marriage. But apparently, its baby girl is still they forcing her to see a counselor ever since her suicide attempt, and so. When baby girl gets in the car, mama asked her, is she all right? And she's like, I'm fine. And she was like, did everything go okay? And she was like, that's between me and the doctor. She's being a brat. It's whatever. And so she gets to school and Jordan is talking to her. He's like, oh, you were missing in first period. Are you everything okay? And she was like, yeah, not according to my mom. And before they could really get into it, and he could ask her to hang out, she sees her boyfriend and she brushes him off. And his brother's like, close but no cigar. Okay. Condos. So, I don't understand why he just don't whoop that boyfriend's ass and call it done and get him up off you, baby. Jesus Christ, because he's a dick. So of course her boyfriend is like, every time I see you, you flirt with my girl, blah 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 blah. And so he got Jordan hemmed up against the lockers. Jordan is losing his shit. His eyes and started glowing, kind of sparking red, and his fist is getting to be balled up. Jonathan sees it. He's trying to get in between him and get his brother. But of course, the little boy's crony friends just won't let that happen. Of course, their daddy is listening to them and listening to the situation. He can feel it getting out of hand. So he shows up just as Jordan was about to probably blow that little boy up, which I wouldn't have been mad at. But, I'm violent. Don't listen to me. Babies is mad at their daddies. It's like, how long have you been eavesdropping it on us? He said, have you been doing this since we were in high school our whole lives? What? He was like, I don't do it all the time. He's like, that is not the right answer. And he was like, when you have these new powers, it's difficult to control them, And he was like, that's another lie. And then they run into the house and just slam the door because they're teenagers and they wishy-washy. And 1 minute they love their daddy and next minute, like, he's the worst person in the world. Such is life. Hold on. So, baby girl has broken up with the boy who's a dick on the football team. And so they at football practice. And Jordan is sick of them little football boys pushing him around. So he shows up in pads. Everybody's like, what is going on? Why is this baby in? Oh my God. So he gets out on the field and he's playing corner and he is knocking people down like he is Troy Polamalu. That's the only person I can think of right now. I think that he played the same position. I could absolutely be wrong because, don't care about sports. But Why did Jonathan get in trouble for keeping Jordan skills away from the coach? Baby girl has also quit the cheerleading squad. Jordan looked like he finna start. Jonathan is still QB number 2. And he like, this some old bullshit that I'm getting punished for not telling the coach about my brother. But okay, fine. Now, let's rewind to Edna, Mo Jr., and Lois. And Edna that's not that girl's name. I don't know what her name is. Her name is Edna now. Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about. Edna is telling Lois that she need her to do a puff piece about some harvest fair situation, and she was like, I don't do puff pieces, I'm Lois Lane, bitch, what the fuck? And she was like, well, it can't all be hard-hitting pieces, we need fluff too to sell the paper. And so before they could get into a real discussion about it, this lady comes in looking for Lois, and she's from Carthage, and her son has gone missing. Something happened. That lady is blaming the Edge man that she played this the last voicemail plays a voicemail from the son saying the opportunity that he got with Edge is not what he thought it was, and he's like, I may not talk to you again, I love you, and all that stuff. Now something done happened with this boy, and we gon' and Lois gonna figure out what the fuck it is, and that's probably gonna lead to her showdown with Edge. We'll see. So, Jesus Christ, it was so much. So, the boys are at the diner with Sarah, and she's talking about how baby Jordan jumped on the football field, and they asked her about quitting cheer team, and they're having a conversation. Well, her mama shows up, and she was like, can we talk? She's like, anything you can say to me right here, because she's just being a brat. And she was like, well, what happened? Why would you walk off the team? And she was like, I'm sick of your shit. Like, our whole life is a dumpster fire, and you keep pretending everything is okay. And she was like, no, it is not. She was like, I beg to differ. Dad sleeps on the sofa every night. Your little sister is bullying everybody in her class. You can't go to bed without taking a pill. Our whole life is a dumpster fire, bitch. What are you talking about? She says all of this in front of Jordan and Jonathan, and they was like, oh my God, that's too much information. And so she's like, bring your ass. Her mama's like, bring your ass. We going home right now. And she gets up and goes because she know better. And so Clark comes in as they leaving. He says, hi, Lana. She's like, not now, Clark. I don't have time for your bullshit. And he sits down. He's like, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah, no, really. And he was like, how did everything go today? And it said it went good at football practice. And Jordan played up Jonathan getting a couple reps without saying anything about him doing his razzle-dazzle on the field. And so they ordered some chili fries because they eating at the diner because mom has stuff to do. Now we go to Edna and Lois at the paper. Edna is not sure about that lady's story. So as Edna and Lois are debating the merits of that lady's story, Edna is not believing it. She thinks the lady is drunk and it's a conspiracy theory, and Lois is buying a hook, line, and sinker. And before they could figure out what their next move is, there's a big, long explosion, and Lois' car is on fire. Somebody blew up her shit. So she might be onto something, I think. We will see. Pause. I don't know what the hell this movie is. That's none of my business. All right, so Lois talks to Clark about her car being blown up. Apparently, this is not the first time this has happened because in her investigation, she just be minding too many people's business. He says, I want you to do what you feel like you need to do to be comfortable. Supportive husband. He's great. Brought her flowers. They kiss. Wonderful. So, Clark the next day takes the paperwork to Lana at the bank, and they walk and talk, and she just starts telling him all of her business about her life is going, that she and her husband ain't talking. The youngest daughter is mean. Sarah is falling apart. She done quit cheer. She don't know what to do. She don't know what, she's terrified of figuring out what the hell's wrong with her. And he was like, I wish I could read. Like, I want to be able to read her mind, but Jesus Christ, nobody knows what's in that noggin of hers. And so he was like, yeah, and then she was like, and I hear your Jordan is quite the football. And he's like, oh, you mean Jonathan? And she was like, no. no, Jordan. And so he goes to the football field, and they doing, I guess, the one-on-one drill where two people, they run at each other, and whoever pushes the other one down wins, I guess. I don't know. So they ask Sarah's boyfriend who he want, and he wants Jordan, of course. And so they go at it, and Jordan pow drives this boy, like picks him up and flings him across, like super strength, flings his child across the thing into the dirt. So Jordan walks over to the boy who's laying fat on his back. He can't breathe. He winded. And he was like, I was wrong. I shouldn't have kissed Sarah. I'm sorry. And he pulls him up, and they good. I guess that's how boys solve issues. They knock each other around, and then they come to some sort of agreement. But unbeknownst to Jordan, his daddy saw the whole thing. So, oh dear God. So, Jonathan is advocating for his brother to continue to play football, saying that it may be good for him. Jonathan, there's something's going on with Jonathan. And I don't know if it's because he's an amazing person or it's just too good to be true and he's got something going on with him. But I really like him, and I love that he advocates for his brother. But something's got to go. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something with Jonathan. And so Lois goes into New Carthage to meet the woman whose son is missing. And when she gets to the hotel room is ransacked. And then some man was in the bathroom, and then he jumped out, and she tried to get it. And now he done trapped her into the hotel room. Child, her husband is Superman. He gonna kill you, bruh. He gonna kill you. Okay, so they get back. We get back to the hotel where the man is trying to strangle Lois. And Lois ain't no punk bitch. She ain't going out the fuck like that. So she grabs a pen and stabs the man in the ear, and it don't even affect him. He just snatches it out. And then she was like, okay, so I see I'm going to have to call in back up. And so she pulled out the little thing, and he's like, that's not going to help you. And she was like, no, but he will. And she presses the button, and not even 30 seconds later, 2.5 seconds later, here comes Superman through the door. And he get to fighting the man, and the man is absorbing all his punches. Where did this supervillain come from? Why does he have the same strength as Superman? Who he working for? What is going on? I am confused. So, Lois goes into the room and pried a wire from around the woman's neck because the man was trying to kill her while they steady. And so Superman's like, okay, bitch, you can absorb all these punches. Absorb this cold freeze breath. And freezes his ass and then punches him to pieces. Like it's a whole thing. Oh my God. I'm stressed out. I don't understand where this man came from, who he worked for, how he get here. Why does he got super strength? What is going on? I have questions. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Oh my God, this ending. Okay, so Lana has a heart-to-heart with her daughter Sarah. They get it together. She still quit the cheer team. It's whatever. Clark has a conversation with Jordan. He tells him he can be on the football team with one caveat. His daddy is now an assistant coach to keep an eye on him because with his powers, we don't know if he can control him or what's happening. Cool. So Lana comes back to the Gazette, and Edna Moe Jr. apologizes and says, like, I didn't believe that stories like this could happen in small towns. And she's like, I'm wrong. This stuff happens in small towns all over the place. We just have to figure out what's going on. Why a person with powers is working with Edge, and who is he? And so you see the dude in the car riding down the road talking to somebody. It was like, no, Superman saved Powell's mama, and we need to they got to clean up the whole situation. And so he says, who's going to call somebody? And then next thing you know, this figure is standing in the middle of the street. He was driving down a lonely road by himself. And so he pulls up and he stops, and it's this girl, her eyes glow red. She catches his ass on fire. Laser beams through the window into him, combustion. He's dead. She picks up the phone and says it's done, and then she walks the fuck away. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. We're on a cliffhanger. I can't wait for next week's episode. Let's get into my final thought. So, one, I'm definitely going to need the melatonin because Superman has got me super hyped right now. Two, the character development between the parents and the children is absolutely awesome and a wonderful balance to all the super shit that is happening. Three, I'm waiting patiently for Jonathan's powers to kick the fuck in. Unless he just has a good heart and that's his superpower. Oh my God, I love him. So, the episode was really good. Jump down in the comments. Let's talk about it. I promise that the comments will be on. I don't know how they got turned off on episode 2. I've turned the comments on episode 2 as well. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kin. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.